my shawl done. I did a video on my mama's shawl right here that I've had for a long time. Like I said, I'm thinking around, I think she made it when I was probably around 7 or so. So I've had it for about 40 years. This shawl's about 40 years old is what I'm trying to say. I've had it for quite a few many years, but it's rather cold out here right now and the winds are blowing, so I just want to kind of show y'all. Mama's shawl, I told you I wanted to basically remake it, so to speak, and I wanted one just like hers, except I don't do fringes anymore. So this is my shawl that I did in the rendition of Mama's shawl, and I've just got them hanging on the clothesline. And right up here, there's kind of overlapped hanging down, so it goes a lot further. It's a lot bigger, you know. That's just like where it hangs over your arm or whatever. But the only really difference is, you know, Mama's, like I said, hers is old, so the color is kind of dingy looking. After being about 40 years old, I reckon it would be. And then this, I used that Pound of Love, and it's the antique white color. And my border, all I did was a really simple, sweet little border. After crocheting it, I used a size, I think it was a 7.0 millimeter hook, and on my border, all I did was this. I come right here, and all I did was chain. I chained 4, and then I'd put it in the 3rd loop, and I'd chain 4, put it in the 3rd loop, and I did that all the way down it, and that is the border on it. So it's just chains and slip stitches, and it makes a really sweet little border on a shawl, because I didn't want nothing too fancy. I tried shells, I tried, you know, everything, and it just didn't turn out right. And this is the top part of it right up here. I did the same border. I'd chain 4, and then, you know, in different spaces I'd slip stitch it, and then I'd chain 3 in certain, you know, spaces, and then I'd slip stitch it. So it's got a really simple, real pretty border around the whole shawl. So that's the shawl I made, and you can see it. It's just simple and beautiful, real pretty, you know, just real simple. And then here's Mama's. And I can't keep them still. I mean, the wind's just blowing that hard. But yep, there's Mama's shawl. I showed y'all about a week and a half ago. And then here's my shawl. And because I started this shawl on our Shabbath, and then I finished it yesterday on our Shabbath, I'm calling this My SHABBATH Shawl. I'll get it out in a minute. But yeah, this is it. So we say Shabbath instead of Sabbath, okay? So in case some of y'all are wondering, that's what Shabbath is, the Aubrey word, what everybody calls Hebrew word for the English term Sabbath. So this is my Shabbath shawl, and to me it's very special because, you know, I took the rendition of my mama's shawl and then I made my very own, and knowing that I put it together on such a Kodesh day of the week, you know, every week we have our Shabbat, you know, every 7th day we have our Shabbat. So it's a very special shawl for me to have made, and I plan on using it on our Shabbat. It's like whenever I'm sitting on the couch and crocheting and reading scriptures, or, you know, any special time like that, because that's the days it was really made on. I worked on it here and there in between, but this is special for me. So I wanted to show y'all because I said I would, and like I said, it's awful cold today. It's in the 20s. If it hits 30, it'll be amazing. But I ain't complaining. I love the cold. Alright. Desirably, y'all will make y'all a shawl. Grab your mama's old shawl and do a remake of it and put your own little, you know, your own little border on it. Make it your own. Shalom from Hill'Top Hollar, y'all. Halal'YAHUAH.